For 50 years, she kept secrets, and he only found out when it was already too late. His name was Joaquim, 84 years old. He lived alone in an old house with silent furniture and yellowed photographs. He had been a widower for almost 5 years. Since then, the house seemed much too big. He and Laura had been married for 56 years. She was sweet, serene, the kind of woman who wrote lists and folded towels to perfection. Joaquim wasn't good with words, but he loved Laura with the intensity of someone who loves their home, quietly but with deep roots. After her death, he never touched her wardrobe, not out of forgetfulness, but out of fear. Fear of missing her even more. Fear of ruining what was left. Till on a rainy afternoon, a different creak echoed from the back of the closet. It was a box, made of old cardboard, but well preserved. On the lid, handwriting he would recognize even with his eyes closed. Only open when you're ready to truly know me. His heart gave a strange leap. Laura had always been transparent, he thought. What secret could be in there? He hesitated, had some coffee, washed his face, sat down with the box on his lap, and opened it. Inside, there were letters. Dozens, handwritten, all signed. All addressed to him, but none had ever been delivered. The first letter began like this. My dear Joaquim, maybe I never had the courage to tell you everything aloud, but I wrote it down, because written words don't tremble. And then she shared about her childhood marked by her father's abandonment, about her older brother who drowned, whom she had never mentioned, about the pregnancy she lost before she ever met Joaquim, something she had always kept to herself, and above all, about the constant fear of not being good enough, of not deserving the simple and loyal love he always gave her. Letter after letter, Joaquim discovered a more human Laura, more fragile, with more layers than he had ever imagined. She spoke of longing, insecurities, the days when she thought about leaving, but chose to stay, out of love. In one of the letters she said, "Don't feel betrayed by the parts of me I kept hidden. I just didn't want you to see me broken. But now that I'm gone, but it's time you knew that. Even cracked, all I ever knew was how to love you. If you made it this far, it's because this story touched you in some way. Leave your like," he cried. Not out of sadness, but from reunion. It was like hearing her voice again, more real, more whole, closer. Each letter was a new window, a confession from someone who, even after decades by his side, still had worlds kept inside. In the last letter, dated shortly before her death, Laura wrote, "If you are reading this, it's because you overcame the fear. Maybe now you will understand that love is not measured by the words we say, but by those we are able to trust to silence. Thank you for being the home where my soul rested. I'll be waiting for you. But take your time. There's still so much life for you to live there." He closed the box with trembling hands. And for the first time in years, he felt like tidying the house. Donated clothes, washed the dishes he'd been leaving in the sink, opened the windows, left an empty chair in the garden. Because in some way, she was still there. Sometimes we only truly know those we love after they're gone. But maybe that's the miracle of true love. It keeps revealing itself even after the end. What secret would you have liked to discover sooner? Or did this story remind you of someone? If this story touched you, leave your like. Share this feeling with someone you love, and subscribe to Timeless Bonds for more stories that touch the soul.